another savory baking, and I normally don't find time to do things like this, and I thought of doing this savory tart with spinach and feta. For this recipe for the crust I'm using 150 grams plain flour with 1 egg yolk and 70 grams butter. That's for the crust. And then I have for the filling, I already, you can blanch or stir fry the spinach. I stir fried the spinach with onion and garlic. I didn't add any salt as the cheese contains salt. So I'm using half a cup of cheddar cheese and about 150 grams feta cheese, 4 eggs and 150 milliliters whipping cream. It's a really simple recipe, but when you look at a recipe it makes you get complicated. I will tell you the easiest way to assemble this. This will be a good idea for a dinner, or even to have with friends, or even to take to, with your lunchbox, and you can freeze this in the freezer too. So let's start doing it. Into a food processor, add the flour, and into that add the egg yolk and the butter, and mix this until it combines all together. So it's ready. The mixture has to be nice and crumbly like this. So take it out. After, put the mix onto the bench and press it down nicely and work on it about 2-3 minutes until it combines all together. After, cover it and put it in the fridge about 30 minutes. After, leave the dough in between 2 baking sheets like this and press down and use a rolling pin and roll the dough to fit into a pie pan about 22 centimeters. After rolling, add a bit more flour and flour the rolling pin and slowly roll it to a very thin crust. So put the pie crust onto the tray and leave the baking paper like this. And if you see that empty spots, take the pie crust from the leftovers and just press it in nice and even. So after, if you have baking beans, you can add that onto the baking paper, or if you have any rice or any other kind of a bean, just put it in and bake this about 15 minutes on 180 Celsius. While doing the baking, let's do the filling. For that, break the eggs and add the cream into the eggs. So after, the eggs look like this, and I'm going to add the 150 milliliters cream into that and then whisk again. Now leave it aside and wait for the pie crust. So the crust is ready, and now we are going to assemble everything together. I have this spinach already cooked, so I'm going to put the spinach onto the bottom of the pan like this and spread it nice and even. You can add anything instead of spinach too, like Swiss chard, silver beet, or even beetroot leaves. So after, sprinkle the cheese on top like this. Slowly pour the prepared egg mix and then sprinkle the feta cheese on top and bake this on 180 about half an hour. The spinach and feta pie is ready, and this is how it looks like. When you work with eggs, you need to leave it to rest, then it sets after baking. So if I cut to show you how nice, you can use this for a party as a finger food too. Slowly I'm going to take it out. this is how it looks like. And these recipes are always, I guarantee, 100%, and you can visit my blog to get the recipes, culinarycorner.net. Thank you.